Hi, this is TJ from TJ's Art. In this video, I'll show you how I created these colorful sugar skulls out of polymer clay. You'll see how to sculpt 3D skulls as well as flat skulls. The flat versions could easily be made independent. Be sure to download the supply list and let's get started. I'm using soft conditioned Sculpey clay. You'll want it to be on the thicker setting, and then place your template over the skull and cut it out using an X-Acto knife. I'm using a plastic skull as a guide to see where the eyes, nose, and mouth should be placed. I'm using a loop tool to shape the rounded edge of the teeth, then using a needle tool, finish the teeth shapes, creating the lines in between the teeth. Using decorative stamps, add designs to the center and sides of the skull. Use a sculpting tool to add details to the mouth. Next, we'll sculpt these 3D skulls. First, we'll make a foil armature. Roll your aluminum foil into a ball, then into a tear shape. Flatten the sides. Try to match the shape that I have here, sloped in the back and in the front. Cover with a thick piece of clay, especially towards the front area where most of the details will be stamped. Gently roll to smooth out any sharp creases. Indent the clay with your fingers where the eyes go. Squeeze the jawline with your fingers. Use the end of a tool to impress the eye area, using a sculpting tool to create a triangle shape for the nose. Then use the needle tool to mark where the teeth go. The half round tool works great for the teeth area. Then use the needle tool to define the teeth. Remember, funky is fun. Use a loop tool or a stamp to decorate the eyes. Continue stamping deep patterns into the clay. Let's repeat this process for another skull. Compress the foil and cover with clay. Gently roll to smooth out any sharp creases. Notice the back of the skull slopes down. Add clay if needed. I'm slicing the front to better match the shape of the skull. Notice how it angles down in the front. Roll the skull on your work surface to help shape it. Use a clay shaper or tool to poke the eyes. Wiggle the tool side to side. Then add a triangle shape for the nose area. Use the needle tool to form a straight line for the mouth area. Use the loop tool to shape the teeth, and use a tool to make the teeth shapes a little deeper. Start adding designs using your stamps. Generally one main element in the top center and then more on the sides. Okay, now bake and allow to cool. Next, we'll add color using acrylic paint. I have yellow, red, orange, turquoise, and black. Grab your paintbrush and let's get cracking. You'll add paint into the stamped areas and wipe it off with a paper towel. You'll have an easier time of this if your stamped areas are deep. Mine could have been a little deeper. Just continue adding and removing the paint. Don't worry about any smeared places, we'll take care of those later. When I added the Golden Brand acrylic black, I noticed when I removed it, it took along the other colors with it. So I'm adding more paint in those areas. Next, this is one of my favorite parts of this project, and that is sanding off the paint to remove some of the color. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy to see. I'll use Prismacolor markers to add more color in places. Another favorite is adding the black outline in areas all around the skull. The black really makes the other colors pop. Using the markers, I'll color another skull that I made using a skull stamp. I added more designs with other stamps. I added more colors than outline areas with the black Prismacolor marker. I will also go around the edge of the skull on both pieces. Next, my 3D skull has cooled, so I will color it too. I know it may look a mess now, but trust me, once we sand it, it will bring out the pattern so nicely. Let's outline using the black marker. And now we sand. Pay close attention as you're sanding so that you don't take off too much of the stamped pattern. Yay, we're finished! You could drill a couple of holes on the flat version to make a pendant. I hope you share what you make. I'd love to see your creations. And just so you know, this project will take about an hour to complete. Thanks for watching.